So the Pakistanis say that there is a wall that India is building. It's a 200-kilometer long wall. It's a huge wall, a gigantic wall. They describe it in such a way that you would imagine they've gone to the moon, put a telescope from the moon and captured the Indian wall. Such is Pakistani paranoia. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry, to feel sad. But nevertheless, that is the reality of Pakistan. Tonight, Group Captain Sultan Hali joining Syed Tariq Peerzada in Islamabad, Javed Iqbal from Lahore, Air Vice Marshal Abid from London, Commodore Singh from Bangalore joining Maroof Raza, General Bakshi from Delhi, and Singh formerly with the Research and Analysis Wing. Raw. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Where is this Sultan Hali, Group Captain Sultan Hali, where is this wall? Can you tell us? The people of India want to know, what is this wall? Where have you found this wall? Are there pictures of the wall? Do you have exact coordinates of the wall? Can you give us images of the wall? What is the evidence about this wall? Where is this wall that your ambassador to the UN is talking about us having built?
Okay, if you're going to give me a spot, then I'm going to speak. Otherwise, if you are going to continue speaking, I'm afraid I'll let you do the talking.
No, where is the wall? Simple.
The wall is in the hearts of Indians and Pakistanis, which you have created.
That's not what Malia Lodi said.
And that is the.
That's not what Malia Lodi said. That's rubbish. Now you're backtracking, Group Captain Hali. You know you're backtracking because you've been caught on the wrong. Why don't you just say our UN envoy lied?
No, you see, my dear, I cannot hold Malia Lodi responsible for saying something which does not exist.
She represents your government.
You have a problem. Why don't you invite us and let us go and examine this wall ourselves and decide?
She represents your government. Where is the wall? Is there a wall like that? Maroof, what's it? GD Bakshi, is there a wall? GD Bakshi, is there a wall? Now they are saying it's an emotional wall.
You know,
I've never seen. It's so embarrassing.
We had heard of the great.
Arnab, they're calling fence the wall.
We had heard of the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
But we are now being informed of the Great Wall, which has been constructed along our so-called working boundary, which when Pakistan crossed that boundary in 65, it got a mouthful for its comeuppance.
Yeah.
You know, the fact of the matter is,
so India
is there, let me be candid, is a fence that was there as far back as 2005.
Yeah.
The fence was created because Pakistan insisted on exporting terrorists, armed terrorists to this site. You know, and despite repeated requests to curtail this flow of murderers, lunatics, you know, psychotics from that side to our side of the border to kill innocent Indian citizens.
Yeah.
Pakistan seems to insist on a divine right to export terrorism and to ensure that innocent Indians continue to be killed.
No, but we need to.
It is amazing that they take this
for far
case
too
to
long.
the United Nations.
General Bakshi, General Bakshi, for far too long we've let the Pakistanis get away with absolutely anything. Now I really need to ask them. Either the Pakistani side today admits that it has been caught lying, कि झूठ बोलते हुए पकड़े गए Admiral Javed Iqbal, या तो आप prove करें that there is a 197-kilometer long wall between the borders of the two countries that the Indians built in secrecy. It's not a small comment. You understand that, no, Admiral Javed Iqbal? It's your envoy to the United Nations. Malia Lodi has to explain.
If there is,
where is the wall?
Barbed wire and fence, what is there?
No, barbed wire and fence is not a wall.
What else you call?
Barbed wire and fence is not a wall. Is it a wall?
It's not a wall.
Singh, is barbed wire and fence a wall?
You are talking of brick and you see mortar.
No,
you are talking of brick and mortar.
No, we are not. Your ambassador is.
Allow me to speak.
No, sorry, your ambassador.
I am saying if you are talking of
Admiral,
water, I tell you that may also be there.
No, Admiral, there's a difference.
Admiral, will you allow me,
please? There's a difference. Singh earlier with Raw is now responding to you. Colonel Singh. Yes, please, ex-Raw.
Admiral, we all knew that there was a massive disconnect between your military intelligence establishment and your foreign establishment.
Service, yeah.
But I did not know, this could go to such extent. Now, Admiral, you are from the Navy, but let me tell you about the LoC. You must be having some idea.
Yeah.
Now, you are on eyeball-to-eyeball contact. How do you build a wall, sir?
How do you build a wall? Yeah.
You tell me.
You are talking.
Then, do you think if we were to raise a wall, construct a wall like that, will you allow us to do it? Second. Third, you think we are such foolish people that we will build a high wall to obscure our own vision of the line of control?
Precisely.
I mean, whose sanctity we are there to maintain. So, Admiral, admit it. What is there? A faux pas has been made.
Okay. Vice Marshal Abid Rao admit it. Vice Marshal Abid Rao maybe
admit it. Allow me to speak now, or you just want to continue?
No. Sir,
you only want me as a listening post.
Sir, I'm just getting all the Pakistani panelists
No, I never.
I'm simply saying.
Go on and on.
I'm simply saying that
Arnab,
you see what is reflected here, Abid Rao. What's reflected here is the Pakistani habit of lying through your teeth. Now we are going to challenge you for every single statement that you made. Your envoy cannot say we are building a wall. She is quoting a terrorist called Syed Salahuddin. He's the only other person beside her who is talking about a wall having been built. Is Syed Salahuddin giving instructions to your representatives at the United Nations? It's very serious. Who runs your country? Abid Rao? Syed Salahuddin, ISI or who?
If you recall, Arnab, if you recall, when you wanted to build this fence, Pakistan objected to that. But between Mr. Vajpayee and Pervez Musharraf Sahab, there was some understanding.
So Malia Lodi says we are building a wall now. Where is the wall?
The world is making bridges, and we are making these obstructions and fences.
So don't philosophize. Now you're
discussing much smaller portion.
That's
you're discussing very smaller portion of the bigger problem.
No. We are discussing the specific issue.
Now,
sorry. We are raising the specific issue that you are saying. You are saying your envoy is saying we are building a wall. You and Sultan Hali are trying to make this into some philosophy poetry class that there's a wall in our hearts, etc., etc. I'm not talking about that.
It is absolutely.
You are saying we are building a Berlin kind of wall.
You see, for last 1.5 years, since Mr. Modi has come into power,
there is no.
You see where were we?
No, you'll have to apologize.
In May 2014, and where do we stand today?
No, sir. So where is the wall?
You see, both our prime ministers are there at the UN. Both are going to complain to UN.
Okay, no. 4 panelists from Pakistan. I'm coming back. I'm taking a break. 4 panelists from Pakistan. When I come back on the other side, I'll give them one more opportunity.
About the infiltrators.
Sir, I will take a break. I'm coming back to the debate. I want the Pakistanis to prove tonight that there is a wall. A wall not in their minds, but a wall they say we are constructing in brick and mortar. Let's see if they can. Back in a few minutes. Now I can play out that comment of Pakistani UN envoy Malia Lodi again, where she says that India is building a huge wall, Mr. Peerzada, you see? Huge wall. And that we are presently constructing this wall.
You guys are a bunch of liars. You know, she said she didn't say that.
She said exactly
that statement. She expressed reservation about India. That means is planning to raise a wall.
No, not planning. I'll play the comment again. You're the one who's lying, Mr. Peerzada. Raising your voice does not make you right. I'll play the comment again. Okay, I'll play the comment. No, 1 second, Mr. Peerzada.
This show is all about fabrications of lies and nothing else.
Mr. Peerzada, if I play
I just read that statement.
Okay, Mr. Peerzada.
I just read that statement.
Mr. Peerzada, if I play the comment.
And you have been confronting every other Pakistani.
Yeah, I am confronting you if you're mistaken. I'm confronting all 4 of you.
She expressed reservations.
No. 1 second. I'm confronting all 4 of you together. And my limited.
Confronting you.
Listen one by one.
My limited point to you is, please can any one of the 4 of you show me today where we are building this wall, because you have this bad habit of lying and getting away with it.
We have expressed reservation that you would be building a wall, and we are warning you. That's what.
Sir, that's absolute rubbish. That's absolute rubbish and nonsense. On the 10th of January 2014, on the 10th of, so please, sir, please, sir. Now you tell me where is the wall?
With the Nasr.
No. On the 10th of January, sir. The reason why you are raising.
You are in habit. The reality is that Indians are in habit of lying.
Your
the reality
problem
is that Indians are in habit of lying.
About Kashmir.
So
your problem is
the first
you don't
thing
want to
is
resolve the issue
that
of
if
Kashmir.
there is
But
any
if
wall,
you don't resolve it, we are headed towards a full-blown war.
There is smoke,
I
there is
warn
fire.
India.
Mr. Peerzada, Mr. Peerzada, Mr. Admiral Javed Iqbal, Admiral, relax. Admiral,
I am raising the right issue.
Okay,
the issue is not wall. The issue is not anything else. The issue is Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir.
So you can generally say
absolutely.
Of the
No. We need to get into the wall issue.
It has to be resolved now.
Mr. Peerzada, if someone gives you a piece of toast and butter in the morning, you probably say it's not complete because it doesn't have Kashmir on it. So please
that's
understand.
A funny joke.
No,
that's a great joke.
No, it's not a joke. It's a reality. It's your obsession. It's your paranoia. Where is the wall? Where is the wall?
Can
any one of them?
It's your paranoia.
Why?
About blocking your access to the Security Council.
Where is, sir, on the 10th of January, on the 10th of January, you can all say what you want to. On the 10th of January, 2014, Sartaj Aziz said. So the problem with the Pakistanis is the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing.
No, the problem
1 second. Sartaj Aziz said on 10th of January 2014 that Pakistan has absolutely no information of any reported plans to build a wall along the line of control. That was your national security advisor and advisor on foreign affairs, Sartaj Aziz. He says one thing, Malia Lodi says another, you say another. I mean, is there any one Pakistani position?
No.
Aren't you embarrassed?
Read the statement of Malia Lodi.
I'll play the comment of Malia Lodi.
What are you driving the point to?
I can play the comment of Malia Lodi.
Now that you are lying on this show,
you should avail this program for highlighting more important things.
No, this is a very important issue,
Both
sir.
the prime ministers are in New York.
It's
talk of something that is of use.
Sir, I'll tell you the more important. Vice Marshal Abid Rao. Vice Marshal Abid Rao. I agree with your extremely.
That we have been able to raise.
Mr. Peerzada, zara 2 minutes. Mr. Peerzada, break.
You can't bring it down again.
Mr. Peerzada, take a break. 1 second. Let Commodore GJ Singh. Before I move on, Commodore GJ Singh.
You have to beg us now, both for time and both
Mr. Peerzada, give me a minute.
Commodore GJ Singh, please.
I will clarify.
Commodore GJ Singh as well.
Mr. Peerzada, give me a minute. I would clarify about the fences and the walls. Yes,
you've been clarifying for the last 40 minutes, and you have failed to do so. You are a bunch of inarticulate
measures. To keep the anti-social elements out. We always, not only in India, around the globe, even in Pakistan, you make, listen to me, listen to me now, listen to me. You make a fence around your house, you make a gate to keep the anti-social elements out, to keep the enemies out. You don't make gates and walls and fences for your friends. You don't make gates, fences and walls for your relatives.
Look at the anxiety that I see on your face. Look at the anxiety that I see in your words. You can't make sense. You cannot build an argument.
This is a basic timeless truth.
Commodore GJ Singh. Commodore GJ Singh, I want to cut some slack to the Pakistanis tonight. To the Pakistani side, I want to cut some slack. If they hear me out, please. Everybody has a right to live in their own world. The Pakistanis too also do. So Peerzada can believe that they did not lose the 1971 war. Admiral Javed can believe that 90,000 Pakistani losers were not returned out of Indian mercy. Mr. Abid Rao can believe they are not bankrupt. And Group Captain Sultan Hali may say tomorrow.
Between your earlier conversation,
Group Captain Sultan Hali may say tomorrow that Musharraf was a grassroots politician. That Musharraf was a grassroots politician and not a master of war.
Commodore,
how does that come into play?
Commodore, you may believe the Valka was not bombarded. You may believe, that Kukri was not sunk. You may believe many things. But the reality is that these two countries are living in this region, and
Commodore, go ahead.
Solve their problem. Where there is fire, there is smoke,
let him complete. I will respond.
So No,
Sir, but wall कहाँ है? नहीं, Admiral, moot point पे आए. Admiral, moot point पे आए. Wall कहाँ है?
Completed.
Where is the wall? No, I'm asking, where is the wall?
Yeah, complete. Admiral, go ahead. I will reply.
No, where is the wall? Where is the wall, Admiral?
No, let me complete.
Admiral, tell me where is the wall? ये wall कहाँ है, Admiral? Admiral Javed Iqbal, ये wall कहाँ है?
Bad manners.
ये wall कहाँ है? Where is the wall?
You are bad manner. You are not listening.
So, but where is the wall?
Listening. This is a bad.
But where is the wall, sir?
From the program.
So where is the wall?
The wall is credibility gap. That is the wall. And I think you must have started building. Listen to me.
All right, now that's a concession tonight.
A wall.
Okay.
When it was leaked out, you were in absolute
Commodore Maroof is not even replying to that. Commodore is smiling.
Arnab, I just want to respond to Admiral sir. Admiral sir,
Arnab.
Do I have to remind you?
Arnab.
You talked about kukri. You talked about just a minute, Arnab. You talked about kufri.
I talked
about Dwarka. Do I have to remind you, Admiral, that we set ablaze of Karachi in Operation Trident? Do I have to remind you that we sunk your Jahangir, your Akbar, your Baba, 40 miles off Okha in our Operation Poseidon? Do I have to remind you that the pride of Pakistan Navy, submarine Ghazni, was sunk on the coast of Visakhapatnam? Do I have to remind you that we attacked
Arnab,
with our INS
taking this discussion?
and set a
This is
place?
all
Do I have to remind
history.
you that
This
we
is all
set up
now
all the lines
nothing
on eastern
but
border and the
to each other.
western border?
Do I have to remind you
something?
Do I have to remind you that Kashmir is
celebrate 65 war
Why are
as
you
they
getting
win.
wrong about Kashmir?
Don't instigate to remind me of all these things.
All right, now, gentlemen, I at this stage, I take Abid Rao's suggestion and I say, let us go to bigger issues. Abid Rao, I'm taking your suggestion now. No, 1 second. Abid Rao, 1 minute. Maroof, I'm coming to you, Maroof. 13 minutes past 10 Indian time. 1 second, I'm taking a suggestion of Abid Rao and I'm saying, let's go to the bigger issue. You know, Abid Rao, the bigger issue is...
It is of no use...
please listen to the bigger issue. Just
bigger
listen.
issue is credibility gap. That is the wall.
No, I'll tell you the bigger issue. If you hear me out, just give me 30 seconds. Don't worry. I'll give you opportunity to respond. Sir, the bigger issue is... Abid Rao, let me construct the bigger issue. Abid Rao, the dangerous fact is that your government has effectively relied at the United Nations on the point of view of a terrorist whose name is Syed Salahuddin, given that Pakistan's ambassador to the UN, Malia Lodi, made no mention of the imaginary wall in a 4th September letter to the UN, but did so on a 9th September letter just days after Salahuddin made the same statement. This proves that the source of your information is Syed Salahuddin. You have therefore successfully established yourself on the world stage as parroting the line of the orchestrators of terror, given that the only one talking about the existence of this so-called wall repeatedly in the lead up to the UN General Assembly is the leader of a terrorist organization called the Hizbul Mujahideen. Am I right or wrong, Abid Rao? Now that's the bigger issue here. You are parrots of the terrorists, and Malia Lodi has been caught on this front parroting the line of a global terrorist. Please, Abid Rao. Abid Rao, respond to me on fact. Respond to me on fact.
So respond to me on fact. Your question.
He's freedom fighter.
There are the sources that when the media or the government officials quote,
so you are admitting. Maroof is admitting.
You cannot say.
Maroof is admitting. He's admitting that Syed Salahuddin was the source of the information.
You see?
Okay, Maroof, respond. Maroof, this is amazing.
No, I'm not admitting.
Syed Salahuddin is the source of the... Syed Salahuddin is now guiding Pakistani diplomatic policy. Fantastic.
May I request the Pakistani guest to indulge me for 2 minutes?
Proven wrong.
Arnab, I've been quiet from the start of this debate, this second debate. Please give me 2 minutes. Please give me 2 minutes. Sir, please give me 2 minutes.
To prevent any kind of contact between the two governments.
Sir, you have quoted Hizbul Mujahideen at the UN. This is unacceptable. Next, you will quote Dawood Ibrahim at the UN.
Please give me 2 minutes.
Maroof, go ahead.
Arnab, I just want to put things in context. I just want to give a reality check. First, the first point is that India continues to keep a parliamentary resolution of 1994 which says that all of J&K, including the parts with Pakistan, belong to India as per the arrangements of partition and thereafter. So why would we build a wall to separate us from the region that we hope will one day become part of India? It defies logic. Secondly, Pakistan has enough aerial photography means to double check through sideways looking airborne radars. Sir, please hear me. Air Marshal Saab, please hear me. Pakistan has SLAR technology. It has had it since 1980s. And you could have easily flown a sortie and seen that there is no wall that is coming up, and that extra cement and extra bricks that we use, we would rather use to build hospitals and bridges in Kashmir, which your terrorists have destroyed. Let me also tell you that since Malia Lodi is in the US, she may like to hop across to Washington, where she was earlier Pakistan's envoy. I have myself seen aerial photographs in Washington from satellites which shows the detailed deployment of troops on the western side of the Siachen Glacier where we are. You never reach Siachen Glacier and there's no troops there. And finally, let me remind you, sir, that the same American academic who you quote to claim India's involvement in Baluchistan, she also said in that same article in an international journal that Pakistanis lie so much that even when they tell you the truth, you can't believe them.
You should sack Malia Lodi now. No, you should sack her. No, you should sack her overnight. A lady who is an envoy at the United Nations parroting. No, Maroof.
No, Arnab, it is far more serious.
It's far more serious than that.
I want to highlight.
No, one sec. RSN Singh.
There are bigger issues that is
Sir, this is very serious.
Sir, just allow me to come in. 1 minute, sir.
Let's get RSN Singh into this. Before I get you into this, at this stage of the debate, I want RSN Singh on one side and Mr. Peerzada and Group Captain Sultan Hali, who having realized the futility of their efforts in trying to salvage with facts, have presented not one fact on the other side tonight, while we have successfully established that Malia Lodi, the UN envoy, parroted the line of a person who is the head of a terror organization called the Hizbul Mujahideen. Sir, the Hizbul Mujahideen is recognized.
You are a fabricator of lies today, and you will remain such a fabricator of lies even tomorrow.
That's all right.
You are lying to the people of India.
Sir, I am telling the people of India.
In this instant moment, you simply denied.
Yeah, one second, Mr. Peerzada. Mr. Peerzada, wake up and smell the coffee. The Hizbul Mujahideen is a terror organization, not just in India, but also by the European Union and the United States.
No, they are not.
Your envoy has parroted. Your envoy has parroted the line of a chief of a terror group. Oh yes, they are. You don't even know the facts. You don't know the reality. You are factually incorrect. No, 1 second, sir. Washington has named the Hizbul Mujahideen linked to the JI and the Al Badr Mujahideen groups in the first time as terrorist groups in 2003.
It doesn't matter at all.
How does it not matter?
Whatever they want to. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Country whose boots
we have our own interests, America has its own interests, and India has their own.
So
they are at liberty to call whatever they want to.
So you admit here your envoy parroted the line of a Hizbul Mujahideen chief, a terror group chief, right?
Sir.
You have said so, right?
No, we don't admit that.
Now, how can you not admit that?
Freedom fighters. These are freedom fighters. You guys are literally fooling yourself. These are freedom fighters.
I thought I was given a chance.
RSN Singh, please, responding to Peerzada, please. RSN Singh and Mr. Peerzada. RSN Singh of RAW responding to Peerzada.
Yeah, one fabricator of lies endorsing the opinion of the other.
Sir, when do you keep quiet?
This is the quality.
Is there any time of the day when you are quiet, sir?
You have on air on your side. Oh, the Indian people are very unfortunate that a bunch of fabricators of lies have gathered together.
Sir, I'm waiting for you to be quiet.
Always.
Sir, can I speak now, sir?
I've heard that line before, and I'm not going to be quiet. I can tell you.
Sir, can I speak now, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead, please. Okay. Mr. Peerzada won't give you a turn.
Sir, let me tell you, I can bet that none of you from the Pakistani side on the panel today has served in the LoC or has even seen the LoC. So on the physical side of the wall, or the physical part of the wall, I'm not talking about the psychological wall. The physical wall, you are just trying to get a cue from, from the Israel-Palestine conflict, where they have, put a wall around Gaza and West Bank, just to make a case internationally. But the most serious part is that I have always suspected that the ruling troika you had, in that troika there used to be a president. That president has been dislodged, and that space has been occupied by non-state actors. And that is why your Miss Lodi, she invoked the name of Syed Salahuddin sir. It's a very, very serious affair.
That your forerunners.
And I'm also told from my own sources in Pakistan that apart from the military intelligence establishment, the NSA level talks were killed by none other than Hafiz Saeed sir. So the third leg of that troika has been replaced, the president has been replaced by the non-state actors or the jihadi groups. That's a very, very dangerous development.
About Dawood Ibrahim,
how does the government, Group Captain Hali,
the problem is,
Maroof, one second. Mr. Peerzada, now please, Mr. Peerzada, please understand. I know you are cornered. I know you don't have a reply today. I know that we have asked you a few questions. I am asking you to allow Group Captain Hali to tell me why tonight. Group Captain Hali.
That this show is about simply confusing the hard facts.
You see, one second, relax. Please, here's a killer of children. Please be careful of what you say. Now, Group Captain Hali. How does it feel?
You are a killer of children?
How does it feel tonight?
Did you say that?
How does it feel tonight to be in a country where your government parrots the line of a terrorist? I mean, at the end of the day, when your government parrots the line of a terrorist, don't tell him what to say. He can speak for himself, Mr. Peerzada. It's ironic we are talking about two specific letters that you wrote to the UN complaining about India. The fact is that the information on these two letters have been sourced from a terrorist who not long ago invited the Taliban and the Al-Qaeda to help resolve the Kashmir issue.
I know your agony.
Sir,
I know your agony. Your agony is all these points are literally irrelevant. Your agony is
Mr. Peerzada, stop.
To raise the issue
Mr. Peerzada, stop.
At the global stage, and you are now
I'd only say I'd say something you won't like. I'm going to say something now you don't like. I'm going to say something you won't like, but hear it anyway. Hear it anyway. The fact of a matter is,
the day you waste
because you have no argument to prove
resolving the issue of Kashmir is the day that you drive the situation one step closer to war. Get ready for that day. Either to resolve it without the war or get ready for that option.
You won't be fighting it, Mr. Peerzada. We know that.
Or we will blow you up. I swear to you.
Mr. Peerzada.
You'll blow yourself up in the bargain, Mr. Peerzada. If you have any idea, if you have any idea that something called second strike exists, you will cease to exist as a viable state. So let's not talk about that.
We have the second strike capability, and we will take you out.
You know.
Forget it.
Your log.
Don't delude yourself. We know what you have.
The Indian Prime Minister is going to be speaking at the United Nations in some time. I only propose here, I propose here, may I just on a tangent say something else? We have successly proven two things. Mr. Peerzada, take a break. Chota sa break le lijiye. Chota sa break le lijiye. Chota break lijiye, Mr. Peerzada. Give yourself a break. Mr. Peerzada, I have a proposal here, and I think it's a great proposal for the government of India to consider. We don't have a wall. We haven't built a wall. But if there is any country in the world we need a wall against, it is Pakistan. There is every reason to build one gigantic wall to insulate ourselves from the tin pot dictatorship called Pakistan. There are terrorist camps on the other side. I think it's a damn good idea. A lot of Indians will support building a wall to separate us from you, because there's a problem.
Supporting that idea, we will blow it up. Because we don't care, we have the power, both conventional and nuclear.
All right, the Indian Prime Minister is going to be speaking in some time. The Indian Prime Minister is going to be speaking in some time on his development blueprint on more serious issues. India's pledge at the United Nations. That's Narendra Modi going to be speaking live at the United Nations. Never before, just one quick observation before I go into the break, never before has the gap between India and Pakistan appeared to be wider than it is this time as Narendra Modi prepares to speak at the UN.
Wider in the days ahead.
Mr. Peerzada, watch the space. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 2.